Welcome to our channel.
The same number of accumulate this Christmas season for shared family dinners. It is likely that they'll be serving up little measurements of pesticides with each plate passed, including a predominant sort appeared to be hurtful to youngsters and regenerative well-being. New information discharged as of late by the U.S. Nourishment and Drug Administration, FDA, demonstrates an ascent in the event of pesticide deposits identified in a large number of tests of regularly devoured sustenances. Records got from the organization through Freedom of Information Act, FOIA, asks for likewise demonstrate the administration is propping for additional, with the utilization of no less than one dubious Swede-murdering chemical, the herbicide known as 2,4-D, anticipated that would triple in the following year. What's more, covered profound inside the FDA's most recent yearly pesticide buildup report is information demonstrating that a dubious bug spray called chlorpyrifos, which is showcased by Dow Chemical and is restricted from family unit use because of known perils, was the fourth most pervasive pesticide found in sustenances out of 207 pesticides identified. In general, around 50% of residential nourishment and 43% of imported sustenances inspected indicated pesticide deposits in the FDA's trying for financial year 2015, which is the period shrouded in the new report. That is up from around 37% of residential and 28% of imported nourishments found with buildups in 2010, and up from 38.5% and 39%, individually, found by FDA 10 years sooner in 2005. FDA examining has been contracting throughout the years, dropping around 25% from 10 years prior from more than 7,900 specimens to 5,989 examples tried in its most recent report. The U.S. branch of Agriculture, USDA, additionally does yearly pesticide deposit testing, yet takes a gander at more than 10,000 examples. The most recent USDA buildup report, which likewise was for the 2015 day and age, found around 85% of tests contained pesticide deposits. Strikingly, tests of products of the soil considered solid sustenance choices demonstrated the most astounding recurrence of pesticide buildups in the new FDA report. Approximately 82% of household American products of the soil % of local vegetables conveyed buildups of weed executioners, bug sprays and different pesticides regularly utilized by ranchers. Among the local nourishment tests, FDA said 97% of apples, 83% of grapes, 60% of tomatoes, 57% of mushrooms and 53% of plums conveyed deposits. Precisely 50% of the organic product sticks and jams and comparative spreads inspected were polluted with pesticides, as indicated by the FDA information. Taking a gander at imported products of the soil, the FDA found that around 51% of imported foods grown from the ground % of imported vegetables conveyed buildups. By and large, the transported nourishments had more wrongfully abnormal amounts of pesticide deposits than did household sustenances tested. More than 9% of both imported leafy foods were considered disregarding lawful pesticide buildup limits, contrasted with just 2.2% of American developed products of the soil % of household vegetables. The FDA said some particular items brought into the nation may warrant extraordinary consideration because of illicitly elevated amounts of pesticides, including cabbage, mushrooms, oranges and squeezed orange and rice. Obsolete safe levels. The U.S. Ecological Protection Agency, EPA, sets lawful limits, alluded to as greatest deposit limits, MRLs, for pesticide buildups on sustenances. The FDA and USDA routinely guarantee purchasers that if buildups are beneath the built-up MRLs, they are both legitimate and safe. In any case, numerous researchers and medicinal experts deviate, saying administrative techniques are obsolete and excessively subject to enter from the substance business players offering the pesticides. Hazard appraisal rehearsals at government offices have not been refreshed for current logical standards, including representing the way that individuals are presented to different chemicals and that specific gatherings, for example, hereditarily defenseless, the exceptionally youthful and old can be in more serious danger of introduction, said Tracy Woodruff, a previous EPA senior researcher who coordinates the program on reproductive health and the environment at the University of California San Francisco School of Medicine. The discussion around chlorpyrifos underscores those worries. Agriculturists have been utilizing chlorpyrifos since 1965, and the legislature has since quite a while ago kept up that as long as buildups are beneath set-up MRLs, they are protected. Yet, as of late, that administrative view has moved as studies demonstrate that this pesticide, which is utilized on corn and foods grown from the ground, for example, cranberries, Brussels sprouts and broccoli, can have hurtful neurodevelopmental impacts on babies whose moms are uncovered and on youthful youngsters. Research binds the concoction to consideration shortage issues, tremors and a mental imbalance. On December 15, California's Office of Environmental Health Hazard Assessment recorded chlorpyrifos as known to cause regenerative lethality. And the EPA has said that it can never again vouch for the well-being of the deposits found in nourishment. The EPA had intended to ban chlorpyrifos use in farming. However, the Trump organization switched that arrangement not long ago after overwhelming campaigning from Dow and other agrochemical industry delegates. The FDA declined to remark about its report and declined to address inquiries regarding the well-being of chlorpyrifos deposits found in nourishment. Surge in 2,4-D expected. Isolate from the FDA's distributed buildup report. Inner FDA records demonstrate the office attempting to understand the deposits of two broadly utilized herbicides, glyphosate and 2,4-dichlorophenoxyacetic corrosive, 2,4-D. An inner update dated in May of this current year acquired through FOIA states that 2,4-D utilized relied upon to triple in the coming year as a result of new hereditarily built yields intended to ensure coordinate use of the herbicide. Neither FDA nor USDA has routinely tried for glyphosate regardless of the reality it is the world's most generally utilized herbicide, and testing by scholastics, purchaser gatherings and different nations has indicated buildups of the weed executioner in sustenance. The FDA said in mid-2016 that it intended to begin testing for the weed executioner, and records demonstrate that one FDA physicist revealed discovering deposits in nectar and in oats items. Yet general after-effects of the program testing have not been discharged openly. Points of interest of the testing program are being kept mystery, and in the archives discharged by FDA through the FOIA, expansive pieces of data are passed out. FDA declined to remark about the status of the glyphosate and 2,4-D testing, including when it may distribute a few outcomes. Pesticides that the FDA tested for, and fined, in the most recent nourishment examining report, included endosulfan, a bug spray that has been prohibited in more than 80 nations and is being eliminated because of set-up perils to human well-being, the bug spray DDT, which was restricted in the 1970s in the US. What's more, malathion, a bug spray arranged by the International Agency for Research on Cancer as presumably cancer-causing. Thank you for watching our video. Do not forget to subscribe to see our next video.